Okay, this is the second exercise of ML Agarwal where we are dealing with only parallel and perpendicular lines. Now, don't think that we will be solving sums which are only based on parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, Freddy, just go and switch off that fan because now it is working on inverter and that light also. Yeah. Children, as we learned in the previous session, when two parallel lines are there, okay, when two parallel lines are there, then both the lines will have some or the other slope, isn't it? Both the lines will have some or the other slope. So I am assuming that the slope of the first line is m1 and the slope of the second line is m2. Imagine, sorry, remember children, when two lines are parallel to each other, then the slope of both the lines are equal. That means m1 is equal to m2. Okay, this is a property of parallel lines. So say for example, I have taken the first parallel line here and the slope of the first parallel line is m1. Imagine the slope of the first parallel line is 2 by 3. Then the slope of the second parallel line will also be 2 by 3. This is the concept. Okay. Second concept for the day. Imagine I have given you two lines. One is the blue line and the other one is a white line. Okay. Other one is a white line. Let me extend it like this. Imagine children, both these lines are making 90-degree angle. Just imagine both the lines are making 90-degree angle with each other. Okay, can you see this? I have highlighted the portion with 90 degree. So both the angles are making what? 90-degree angle with each other. So I can say both the lines are perpendicular to each other. Now when the given two lines are perpendicular to each other, in that case, huh, you know what will happen? Obviously, both the lines will have some or the other slope. So imagine the slope of the first line or the vertical line is m1 and the slope of the horizontal line is m2. In that case, you can say, since both the lines were perpendicular to each other, the product of their slopes will be equal to what? Minus 1. Okay, the product of the slopes will be equal to minus 1. So say for example, m1 is equal to 3. Okay, just for example, you assume the slope of the first line is equal to 3. In that case, the slope of the second line should be minus 1 by 3. You know why? The product of these two slopes should be always equal to what? Minus 1. So can you see here? m1 dot m2 should be equal to minus 1. What is m1 here? It is 3 into what is m1 here? It is minus 1 by 3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled and the product is equal to what? Minus 1. It will be always like this. When two lines are perpendicular to each other, the product of the slopes has to be minus 1. Okay, so I will ask you a very simple question. Try to get the answer for me. Imagine children, I have two lines which are perpendicular to each other. Okay, two lines which are perpendicular to each other, and I'm telling you the slope of the vertical line is minus 3. Can you tell me what would be the slope of the second line? Minus 1 by 3? I think it is wrong. 1 by 3? Oh, 1 by 3? Okay, Alvin, Milan? 1 by 3, it has to be 1 by 3. You know what is the reason? Children, you know that these two lines are what? Perpendicular to each other. So when two lines are perpendicular to each other, the product of their slopes will be equal to what? Minus 1. Isn't it? What is m1 here? It is minus 3 into m2. I don't have any idea. So I'll just keep it as m2. But the product of minus 3 and m2 should be what? Minus 1. I had to find the value of m2. So what I will do, I'll bring this minus 3 from the left to the right hand side. So it becomes minus 1 upon minus 3, which is equal to 1 by 3. m2 is equal to 1 by 3. Are you getting it? Huh? Now, children, in some schools, what they do, very good, children. You all had given the right answer. In some schools, rather than going the long way, what they do is they teach a very simple technique. When two lines are perpendicular to each other, the slopes are negative reciprocals to each other. How many of you learned it in this way? In many of the schools, they teach this. I don't teach, okay? I don't teach, but I have heard other teachers teaching. That is why I'm asking you. Okay, I'll just write it as a sentence. When two lines are perpendicular, when two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals. Have you learned it this way? If you haven't learned and if somebody else is talking this sentence, talking about this fact, huh? Don't get disturbed. Don't get panicked what they're talking about, which we never learned. Simple, children. Whatever I did over here, no, is just another way of presenting it. I'll tell you what is negative reciprocal. Children, just now I said that the slope of the first line is what? -3. I asked you to find what? The slope of the second line, which is perpendicular to the first one, right? And you got the answer. It is equal to 1/3. Now let me ask you something. Hope you will relate it. What was the slope of the first line? -3, isn't it? M1 was -3. M2 was positive 1/3. If I ask you what is the negative reciprocal of -3? Negative reciprocal. See this, huh? Negative means minus sign. Reciprocal of 3 is what? 1/3, isn't it? Just negative reciprocal. Negative is minus sign. Within brackets. What is the reciprocal of -3? 1/3, isn't it? Negative you have already put, right? That minus sign you have already put. Now negative reciprocal of -3. So negative sign you already put, and then the reciprocal of -3. What is the reciprocal of -3? It is 1 upon -3. You all agree with this? So it is nothing but negative or minus of 1/3. Don't you feel this minus and minus will get eliminated? And once minus and minus gets eliminated, what do you get? You get 1/3. And wasn't this the answer? It was the answer. Right. So at times, children, suppose you go to somewhere else or some other teacher, while explaining, they may use this shortcut technique. They will say when two lines are perpendicular to each other, then the slope of both the lines are negative reciprocals. This is the meaning of saying negative reciprocal. Are you getting it? So if you want, you can just make a note of this. Children, what if they ask this question for 1 mark in MCQs? I don't think in equations of a line they are going to ask you MCQs as per the weightage given to us from the council. Okay, so nothing to worry. Just for some additional information, you can note it down. When two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals. Okay, note it down. Sean, keep the camera on. Sia, Harni, Gautam, Gopika, Arthur, Pavesh, Priyan. What time you're supposed to come? From where you're coming? Noted it? Shall I give you one more example? Imagine there are two lines. Okay, imagine there are two lines, and I'm telling you the slope of the first line is equal to 1/4. I want you to find the slope of the second line. And remember, both these lines are perpendicular to each other. Okay, they both are perpendicular to each other. How much? -4. Minus 4. How many of you say children minus 4? Offline students are saying minus 4. Ron is saying minus 4. Gopika. Okay. So I think you would grasp that technique, right? Is negative reciprocal. So what you have to do? You write the negative sign and the reciprocal of 1 by 4. What is the reciprocal of 1 by 4? It is 4, isn't it? So the answer is minus 4, the negative reciprocal. Did you all say 4 or minus 4? Minus 4 is the answer, right? One more. After this, we'll start solving the sums. Imagine both the lines are perpendicular. M1 is equal to minus 3 by 4. I want you all to find what is M2. What is it? 4 by 3? 4 by 3? Oh, you all have got the technique. Good job. 4 by 3? Good job, children. What about Maria, Caitlin? Everyone got? Albina, Anika, good job. Purva. It's 4 by 3. Why? Because children, you have to first write the negative sign and then the reciprocal of negative 3 by 4, isn't it? So it becomes 4 upon minus 3. As simple as that. Negative reciprocal of the given number. So first you put the negative sign and then take the reciprocal of the given number. And hence you get minus of 4 upon minus 3. What will happen with minus minus? It becomes plus. So the final answer is 4 by 3. Good job. You all have got the technique, right? Now let's start with the first question. ML Agrawal, second exercise, first question. Sorry, not this one. Let's start. Question number 1. They are asking you, state which one of the following is true. The straight lines y is equal to 3x minus 1 and 2y is equal to 4x plus 7 are parallel, perpendicular, or neither parallel nor perpendicular. Children, state which one of the following is true for this given condition. Okay. For this given question, they are asking us which one is going to be true. Now, what is the first equation here? Y is equal to 3x minus 5. And what is the second equation? 2y is equal to 4x plus 7. These are the two given equations. Now, they are asking us, out of the given three options, which one is going to be true? Are these two lines parallel to each other? Or are these two lines perpendicular to each other, or they are neither parallel nor perpendicular? Are you getting it, children? This is option number 1. They both are parallel to each other. This is option number 2. They both are perpendicular to each other. And this is option number 3. They are neither parallel nor perpendicular. Now, how to get the correct answer? Very simple it is, children. You just need to work on the concept of slopes. Okay, for the given two equations, if the slopes are equal, then they both are parallel to each other. You will take option number 1. If the slopes product is equal to minus 1, you will take option number 2, that is perpendicular. If neither the slopes are equal nor the slopes product is equal to minus 1, you will say neither they are parallel nor they are perpendicular. I hope you all understood the question. Let's start. So what I'll do is I will first of all figure out what is the slope of the first equation. Children, can't we compare this equation with y is equal to mx plus c? Y is equal to mx plus c. This is the first form of equation of a line which we learned, which was based on slope-intercept form, isn't it? The first equation which I taught you when I started this chapter. Y is equal to mx plus c. We need to compare y is equal to 3x minus 5 with y is equal to mx plus c so that we get the slope. I think the slope could be easily found. M is equal to what? 3. right? M is equal to 3. Let's take the second equation. You have 2y is equal to 4x plus 7. I think y should be equal to 4x by 2 plus 7 by 2. You all remember, children, I had taught you a technique, individually dividing the terms of the numerator with the denominator. Do you all remember? Okay. Children, those who want to learn it, once again, do this. Y is equal to 4x plus 7. What I'll do, I'll bring that 2 from the left side to the right hand side denominator. That much you all know. Then what we have to do is individually divide the term in the numerators with the denominators. Am I right? If I do this, I'll take the first term 4x divided by 2. Then I take the second term 7 and divide it by 2. Same thing, no? Right, children? Monish, is it clear? Okay. Now what will happen? 4 and 2 will get eliminated. So you get 2x plus 7 by 2 will remain as it is. If you want, you can write as 3.5, but there is no compulsion because we are not bothered about it. We are not concerned about it, right? The y-intercepts. We are concerned only about the slopes. So children, here, when you compare y is equal to 2x plus 7 by 2 with y is equal to mx plus c. What would be the slope of the line? The slope of the line would be 2, right? The slope of the line would be 2. Is this clear? Tazia, Jeevan, that side, clear? Okay. Now children, the slope of the first line, let me write it as m1. 1 I'll give you, both of you. The slope of the first line is what? 3. The slope of the second line is what? 2. I'll just write it as 2. Children, do you feel both the lines are parallel to each other?
No, sir.
No, because the slopes of both the lines are not equal. So they are not parallel to each other. If you want, you can just write it this way for your understanding. M1 not equal to M2. Children, do you feel the product of M1 and M2 will be equal to -1? No, because if you multiply 2 with 3, what do you get? Positive 6 is not equal to -1. So both the slopes are neither equal nor the product is equal to -1. So you can take the third option. They both are neither parallel nor perpendicular to each other. Okay, did I explain well? No doubt. Monish, did you follow this? 4x by 2 and 7 by 2. I just took the terms in the numerator individually and divided it with the denominator. Okay. Also clear? Fine. Online students, Caitlin, Purva, everyone, Janice, clear. Harni, Gopika, keep the camera on. Gautam, Albina, keep the camera on. Very good. So we'll do the next question. If are you all writing down the notes? Yeah. Monish, did you buy a new book? It's a new maths book. Sean, sorry, where is the book? Milan? Maths notebook? Okay, Nabil, did you change your diary? This is not your maths book. From one site, I can say that is not your maths book. Which book is this?
Yes, so
Huh?
I knew one, so like I was writing in a record.
Record. That I know last time. I asked you to buy a new book today, right? Where is it? Bring the stick. Bring the stick. Bring the stick. Last week, I had given you the warning. You had 2 days time to purchase the book. Children, if 6x plus 5y minus turn. Yeah. If 6x plus 5y minus 7 is equal to 0 and 2px plus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0 are parallel lines. Find the value of p. The moment you read parallel lines, what is that first thing that should highlight in front of you? M1 is equal to M2. Slopes are equal, isn't it? Yeah. So write the first equation, 6x plus 5y minus 7 is equal to 0. So then convert this given equation into which form? Y is equal to mx plus c. Ready which form?
Y is equal to x plus c.
So 5y is equal to, let's bring 6x from the left to the right hand side. It becomes minus 6x. Minus 7 goes to the right, it becomes plus 7, right? Now y is equal to minus 6x plus 7 divided by 5. Or else directly from this step you can reach this step. If you people are very confident, then you do it, okay? So you get minus 6x upon 5 plus 7 by 5. So when you compare this with y is equal to mx plus c, when you compare it with y is equal to mx plus c, what is the slope of the line? It is minus 6 by 5. Any doubt in this? No. Minus 6 by 5. Okay. Now, let's simplify the second equation also. What is the second equation? 2px plus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. Let's find the slope of this line by converting it into which form, Nabil?
Y is equal to
Mx plus c. Very good. So 5y is equal to minus 2px minus 1. All right. So y is equal to minus 2px minus 1 divided by 5. Now let's individually divide the terms in the numerator with the denominator. Monish, is that part clear? So answer me. Individually divide the terms in the numerator with the denominator. How will you do it? Next step. Minus 2px divided by 5 and then minus 1 by 5. Janice, tell me what would be the slope of the second line? Yeah. Janice, what would be the slope of the second line?
minus 2p by 5.
Minus 2p by 5. Excellent. It's correct. Isn't it? Because you just compared it with y is equal to mx plus c and you got the slope of the second line. Whenever you do this, just put it within box so that you yourself don't spend a lot of time searching for the values. Okay. The moment you can find a variable, just put it within a box. Whether it is important or not, that does not matter. Now, children, what they had mentioned in the question that both the lines are parallel lines, which is indirectly indicating you that the slope of both the lines would be equal, right? So let me write it here. M1 is equal to M2. Now, M1 is what? Minus 6 by 5, which is equal to M2 is what? Minus 2p by 5. Easy? So now we have to get the value of what? P. So what we can do is we can bring this minus 2 and 5 from the right to the left hand side. I think it's very easy. Cross multiplication. So you can write it this way. Minus 6 by 5 into 5 will get multiplied with 6.
so you can cancel 5.
You can do that also. Man. And then you can bring that minus 2 to the denominator. So what will happen? 5 and 5 will get cancelled. You have minus 6 by minus 2. Minus and minus will also get cancelled. So only 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. 3 is your answer. Okay. I think almost everyone got 3 is the answer. Yeah. Good job. Anika, Sia, is it clear? Yeah. Harni, Gopika, keep the cameras on. Gopika. Keep the camera on, Gopika. Yeah. Next sum. Children, for this board examination, Jeevan, pay attention. Children, for this board examination, I think equation of a line is going to come for 4 marks. Okay. So which is strongly telling you that the concept on which the question will be framed is either parallel lines or perpendicular lines. So what they do is, they will involve the concept of parallel and perpendicular lines into the concept of any one of the 3 equations of the line which we have learned in the previous exercise. So it's going to be a amalgamation of both. In chemistry, we say no amalgamation is going to be like that. Okay. Right. Children, we'll do a similar sum like this. Question number 4. Okay. And I'm going to give you 3 minutes time. I want you all to find the value of A. Start doing. Only 3 minutes time. Keep it off. Albina, keep it off. Yes, got it. Shazit? One minute over. 6. Maria, Albina, Arthur. All are saying 6. Ron, Rian, Sia. Offline students, what is the answer? Yeah. Milan, will you sit straight? Only when your backbone is straight, huh, things will go into your head. Otherwise, it will go somewhere else. Sit straight. That's what I was feeling. How come your height became so short? Anika, Gopika, very good. Urva, yeah, got the answer. I think there is no need of any help. What about you, Nabil?
So was
Got it? Loka, you got it? Joanne, got the answer. Jeevan, what is the answer? Show me the book. Show me your book.
without doing actual dances. The real society.
Oh, genius you. Arthur, why you didn't come for the class today? Pavish, I think the answer is A is equal to 6. Some calculation mistake you have done. In 1 minute, I'll solve the sum, okay? So look at the board, everyone. Sandra, you got the answer. So y by 2 is x minus p. Y is equal to 2x minus 2p. This implies the slope of the line is equal to 2, right? Then the next one is ax plus 5 is equal to 3y. I think 3y is equal to ax plus 5. If you just exchange the terms, or if you just swap the terms from the left to the right to the left, you can write it as 3y is equal to ax plus 5. Now, if I bring that 3 to the right, it becomes ax by 3 plus 5 by 3, right? So this implies m2 is equal to a by 3. You found the slope of both the lines, and they were telling you that they both are parallel to each other. So the moment you see they both are parallel, the concept to be used is what? M1 is equal to M2, right? M1 is what? 2. M2 is A by 3. Cross multiply 3 to the left hand side, you get A is equal to 6. Pavish, you rectified the mistake? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Arthur, I had texted you by 4 o'clock. Why you are assuming things? If there was no class, then I would have informed you. Right? Don't
No, sir,
miss.
I knew the class, but I didn't know there was offline class.
You should have asked me, right?
Sorry, sir.
Children, question number 6 we will do. 5 and 6 are almost the same, just that the values are different. But the concept is also different. What is it? Both the lines are this time perpendicular to each other. Okay. If the straight lines kx minus 5y plus 4 is equal to 0 and 4x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0 are perpendicular to each other. So when you read perpendicular, what is the concept that should highlight in front of you? M1 dot M2 is equal to minus 1. Very good. So write both the equations. Even if you don't write the steps, this time I'm going to bash you, okay? Yeah, better you write. 4x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to what? A 0. Now, let's find the slope of both the lines. Children, whether the lines are parallel or perpendicular. You first of all, you need to know the values of M1 and M2, right? Then only you can solve both of them and get the answer. So 5y. If you take minus 5y to the right hand side, it becomes positive 5y, which is equal to kx plus 4. I'm just bringing the negative 5y from the left to the right hand side. Remember, children, I am keeping kx as well as 4 on the left hand side itself. I'm not making any changes to it. All right. Now, 5y is equal to kx plus 4. Therefore, y is equal to kx by 5 plus 4 by 5. This implies m1 is equal to k by 5. K by 5. Let's simplify the second equation also. Did you get it? Monish? Jeevan, show me the book. Raise your book. Okay. Write it neatly, man, because after a while you will not understand what you have written. All right. Now let's simplify the second equation. 4x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0. Let's bring minus 2y from the left to the right. So it becomes positive 2y is equal to what? 4x plus 5. Anup, is this part clear? I'm just bringing that minus 2y to the right. Solved it. So y is equal to 4x by 2 plus 5 by 2. Therefore, y is equal to 2x plus 5 by 2. Did you solve it? 4 by 2. What is 4 by 2? 2. Okay. So m1 is equal to what? 2. Right? Now, children, you know that the lines are perpendicular to each other. So they are asking us to use the concept of m1 dot m2 is equal to minus 1. Let's write both the slopes. M1 is what? K by 5 into M2 is what? 2, which is equal to minus 1. So K into 2 by 5 is equal to minus 1. K is equal to minus 1 into 5 by 2. And that is equal to minus 5 by 2. How many of you got this answer? Online students, many of them have got. Good job. Offline also got it. Sachin, you did it on your own. Very good. That's right. Shazul, Biju. Okay. Let's move on to the next sum. Yeah. Maria got it right. Priyan, Ron, very good job. Seventh one is almost the same. Find the relation connecting A and B. Seventh is not important. No relation in all the last. Question number 8 is important. Question number 8. Read the question, all of you, try to understand it. And as I always tell you, when you don't understand the question completely, divide it into smaller segments, convert it into a figure. Isn't it? Milan, can you see from there? Okay. Switch on that light. Switch it. Is the line through minus 2, 3 and 4, 1 perpendicular to the line 3x is equal to y plus 1. Then does the line 3x is equal to y plus 1 bisect the join of minus 2, 3 and 4, 1? Children, the second part of the question, it usually doesn't come. The second part of the question, there is a reason behind it. And the reason is, this is just like a prove that or show that kind of a sum. Okay. In the equations of a line, they will never ask you show that or prove that sums. That happens only in trigonometric identities. Otherwise, well, children, one more chapter was there where we learn prove that sums, similarities, isn't it? Only those 2 chapters you can expect prove that sums. Otherwise, remaining all the chapters, they will ask you numerical sums. All right. So what is the first question? Is the line through minus 2, 3, 4, 1 perpendicular to the line 3x is equal to y plus 1? Very easy question, children. Let's draw the figure. Okay. There are 2 points. One is point A whose coordinates are minus 2, comma 3. The second one is point B whose coordinates are 4, comma 1. Right? There is an XY plane where you are plotting 2 points. One is point A whose coordinates are minus 2, 3. The other one is point B whose coordinates are 4, comma 1. So obviously if you connect these 2 points A and B, what you're going to get? You're going to get a line segment, right? You're going straight lines will never be straight. Yeah. Okay. Somehow managed. Thank you. Children, so A to B is what? A line segment. Okay. Now this line segment AB is what? Perpendicular, children. This line segment AB is what? Perpendicular to 3x is equal to y plus 1. So indirectly they are telling you there exists one more line. There exists one more line which I am drawing in blue color. Okay. This yellow colored line which was formed by joining points A and B is perpendicular to this blue colored line whose equation is given as 3x is equal to y plus 1. This is how you have to understand the question. Once you understand it, children, no matter in whichever twisted way they ask you, you crack it. Okay. So this is the question. Now they are asking you to find what? Is the line passing, is the line through these 2 points perpendicular to O? They are asking you, children. They are asking you whether they both are perpendicular to each other, right? They haven't given that they both are perpendicular to each other. Sorry, I made a small mistake in interpreting it. It was, is the line perpendicular to this line? Very simple, children. If you want to find whether 2 lines are perpendicular or not, which concept you are going to apply? The product of the slope should be equal to what? Minus 1. If it is minus 1, you say that both are perpendicular. If it is not minus 1, they are not perpendicular. That's all. Okay. Now, finding the slope of this line, finding the slope of this line, blue color line, is very easy. You know what is the reason behind it? Because they had already given you the equation of that blue color line. What is it? 3x is equal to y plus 1. Miller. What would be the slope of this line? Simplify this. Y is equal to what? 3x.
3.
You're telling me the slope? Okay. Y is equal to 3x minus 1, which implies m1 is equal to 3. Very good. Now, children, do you know what is the equation of the yellow colored line? You don't know, but you have to find it. Isn't it? You don't know, but you have to find it. But children, my question here is, let's do this. The second line, children, it is passing through which 2 points? A and B. Now, when 2 points are given on the same straight line, what was the method to find the slope of that line? Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, isn't it? So if I have to get the slope of the second line, I just need to do this. Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. You all remember? So children, let me assume the coordinates of A as what? x1, y1. Coordinates of B as what? x2, y2. Now let me do this. Y2 minus y1. It should be 1 minus 3 divided by x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus minus 2. 1 minus 3 is what? Minus 2. 4 minus minus 2 is what? 6. So it is minus 1 by 3. Right? The question was whether they both are perpendicular to each other. Are they both perpendicular, children? You know m1 is 3 and m2 is what? Minus 1 by 3. Are they both negative reciprocals to each other? Yes. Okay. M1 and M2 are negative reciprocals to each other. Therefore, you can say both the lines are perpendicular. Now, all of a sudden, if the concept of negative reciprocal doesn't strike your mind, what you have to do is just find the product of M1 and M2 and see whether the product is equal to minus 1. 101% children, 3 into minus 3 is what? Minus 1, isn't it? So this is how you have to show in the exam. The product of both the slopes is -1. Hence, they both are perpendicular to each other. Was that easy? Easy. Nabil, this side, everyone? Okay, online, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Ron, Gopika, you all followed it? Okay. Afnan? Afnan, what is your plan? You don't want to attend offline classes? One more part, is there? Yeah. Does the line 3x is equal to y plus 1 bisect the join of -2, 3, 4, 1? Okay, let me draw the figure once again. You all copied this? Does the line 3x is equal to y plus 1 join the bisect? So they are asking us whether this point is going to be the midpoint of AB. Children, did you all read the second part of the question? Does the line 3x is equal to y plus 1? Where is 3x is equal to y plus 1? It is over here. The blue colored line, isn't it? Y is equal to 3x is equal to y plus 1. Where is it? It's over here. The blue colored line. They are asking you whether that blue colored line bisect the join of A and B. Children, so this blue colored line, they are asking you whether this blue colored line can divide this line segment AB into two equal parts or not. This is the question. How can you show whether the blue colored line can bisect the line segment AB or not? That means the point which I have highlighted in white color, that is the midpoint of AB. Is it the midpoint of AB? How can you say that? Huh? Huh?
It is not.
It is not. What is the reason?
The slopes are not.
No, that is not the reason. Does the line bisect the joint? Do we have to use the midpoint formula? Does the line bisect the joint? Okay. I'll just erase this pattern. Children, I need to teach you a very small concept. Okay, hardly 2 minutes it will take. Sachin, if I find you next talking next, then you'll be standing here. Okay, next to the TV facing. Yeah. Children, this is your A, whose coordinates are -2, 3. And this is your point B, whose coordinates are 4, 1. Can you find me the midpoint of AB? I'm giving you a task. Find me the midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB. Yeah. Imagine the point is P. I want you to get me the coordinates of point P. 1, 2. Sure. 1, 2. Children, I'm asking you what is the midpoint of AB? I'll write it here. How will you find the midpoint of AB? Yeah, by using the midpoint formula, isn't it? Yeah, what is the midpoint formula, children? Yeah, the x coordinate of point P will be what? X1 plus x2 divided by 2. Monish, you remember this midpoint formula? No, you did not do it in school. Yeah, this is midpoint formula. Copy it. So x1 plus x2. Let me assume the coordinates of A as x1, y1, coordinates of B as x2, y2. Therefore, x1 plus x2 by 2 will become what? Minus 2 plus 4 divided by 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. You get x is equal to 1. Now let's find the y coordinate of point P. That would be y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Alvin, what is the y coordinate? Huh? 3 plus 1 divided by 2 is how much? 2. Isn't it? So y is equal to 2. You got the coordinates of the midpoint of AB, which is 1, 2. Now, children, what was the question? Whether this line 3x is equal to y plus 1 bisect the line segment AB. You remember, children, when I was teaching you the concepts of equation of a line, I had told you whether the line passes through a point or the point lies on the line. The coordinates of that point has to satisfy the equation of the line, isn't it? And children, after teaching you that concept, I taught you with another example. Imagine there is a point P whose coordinates are x comma y. Now, what is this point P in this scenario? That is the common point of intersection of both the white and yellow line, isn't it? Can you see this? The dot which I have plotted here, that is the common point of intersection of both the white and the yellow line. Remember, children, the coordinates of point P, which I have labeled here, x and y, it will always satisfy the equation of the yellow line as well as the equation of the white line. Always remember this. Okay, whatever is the coordinates of the common point of intersection, that will always satisfy the equations of both the lines. Are you getting it, children? I think you all have learned it before. Huh? One is for you, it may be a little new. Okay, but gradually you will understand. Did the other students understand? Milan, Alvin? Huh? Okay. Now, if you know that, don't you feel, children? Now, in this case, everyone's eyes should be over here on this figure. On this figure. You know the coordinates of point P is what? 1, 2. Now, you have to show whether this point P, does the line 3x is equal to y plus 1 bisect the line segment AB or not? That means, children, this is your line segment AB. Notice this. This is your line segment AB. This is the other line which is perpendicular to AB. Now, just now you found the coordinates of point P. How much it was? 1, 2. So, children, this point which I am highlighting in green color, this point which I am highlighting in green color, isn't that point a common point of intersection for both the lines? Yes. Isn't it? It's a common point of intersection for both the lines. Just now you found what the coordinates of point P are. It is 1, 2. Now, we have to figure out whether the coordinates of point P will satisfy the equation of this line which was already given to you. What was the equation? 3x is equal to y plus 1. Children, if the coordinates of point P satisfy the equation of the other line, don't you feel the other line is bisecting AB? Because we have to show that the coordinates of point P should be satisfying the equation of the other line. Are you getting it? Children, once I solve, you will get the idea. What is the LHS? 3x. So what is 3x? 3 into 1, which is equal to 3. You all agree with this? Huh? The LHS is what? 3x. 3 into 1 is what? 3. Now what is the RHS? RHS is y plus 1, which is equal to 2 plus 1, and that is also equal to 3. Did you notice something? The LHS is equal to RHS. So when the LHS is equal to RHS, you can say whatever the coordinates of point P are, it is also satisfying the equation of the other line. Okay. Now, when I say the coordinates of point P satisfying the equation of the other line, indirectly I can say that point P is lying on both the line segments AB and also on the white color line, which is perpendicular to AB, and it becomes a common point of intersection, isn't it? So, children, when point P is the midpoint of AB, you know that the point P is also lying on the white color line. I'll show that with another diagram, children. Just see this, huh? Just a small diagram I will draw to explain it. They will never ask you such questions, children. Don't worry. Okay, no show that sums in equation of a line. Now, this was your line segment AB. Just now you found the coordinates of the midpoint P. What are they? 1, 2. And then what you showed that the coordinates of P is also satisfying the equation of the perpendicular line. So can I say, children, point P is the midpoint of AB and at the same time it is lying on the perpendicular line? Yes, we can say that. So can I express the answer in a different way also? That the blue colored line, which is perpendicular to AB, is also dividing AB into 2 equal halves? Yes, we can say that. Okay, we can also say that. Children, did you all understand the last figure which I drew? Arthur, is it clear? Ron, Rian and all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Children, listen to this part. Huh? Last time I'm going to explain it. First, what we did, we found the coordinates of AB. What was the coordinates of AB? It was already given to us, -2, 3, and what? 4, 1. I wrote the coordinates of A and B. Then what I did, I found the midpoint of AB. How much it was? 1, 2. How did I find the midpoint of AB? By using the midpoint formula. Now they were asking us the perpendicular line which I had drawn. Okay, the perpendicular line which I had drawn to that line segment AB will be bisecting AB or not. Now, how can I show that? See, children, it is not necessary that you draw a perpendicular line to another line segment, it will bisect it. It may bisect or it may not bisect. What if, children, I draw the perpendicular line over here? The perpendicular line over here. Is this perpendicular line, which is white in color, bisecting AB? No, just by looking at the rough figure, you can predict that. It is not bisecting it. Okay, so how to show that it is bisecting the line segment AB? For that, you just need to show that the coordinates of this midpoint P will satisfy the equation of the other line or not, the perpendicular line or not. If it is satisfying the other perpendicular line, obviously it is passing through the midpoint of AB, isn't it? So if the blue line is passing through the midpoint of AB, indirectly it is telling you it is bisecting the line segment AB. Now is it clear? Should I explain more? 3 to 4 times I explain. It's fine, right? Yeah. Understood, Jeevan? Sachin, having headache after listening? Are you okay? Fine. Online students, Caitlin, Sean, did you all follow it? No. What about Monesh? It's clear. Joanne, idea is clear? Loka? No break. One more sum. Do the sum, children. Question number 9. Online students, are we done? Come here, Jeevan. Show me your book. Sum, sir. Where is this sum? Till now. Turn. Start doing. Stand here in that corner. Are we done? Anoki, what is the answer? Caitlin is saying -3. Harni, Sia, Maria all are saying -9. Bhavish is saying -9. Freddy, what is the answer? What is the answer? Loka, what is the answer? -8. Wow, very close. Do it again. Didn't get. Okay. Ron, Anika, all are saying it's -9. Gopika also. Gautam, what about you?
I'm doing it, sir.
Still doing, taking a lot of time. Gautam, start coming for offline classes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for you people only we have expanded the space. Now you people are not coming. Caitlin, good. Albina, Janice, all are saying -9. Shazia, 9/2, wrong answer. This calculation mistake, -9. How much you're getting? Sandra, how much you're getting? -4, wrong answer. Milan, -9. Jovan got it. Sachin, still doing? Oh. Joel, how much? 1. Okay, let's do it. Children, now silence. Listen to me. The line through point A minus 2, 3 and B4 is perpendicular to the line 2x minus 4y is equal to 5. Okay. So children, the coordinates of A is minus 2 comma 3 and the coordinates of B is what? 4 comma B. Now let's connect both A and B to get the line segment AB. Now they are telling you that the line through A and B is perpendicular. That is given well in advance. It is perpendicular to the line 2x minus 4y is equal to 5. So this is the line whose equation is what? 2x minus 4y, which is equal to 5. And they are asking us to get the value of B. How to get it, children? You know that they both are perpendicular to each other, right? So the product of their slope should be what? Minus 1, isn't it? So if I ask you for this equation, 2x minus 4y is equal to 5, what is the slope of this line? 4y is equal to 2x minus 5. Therefore, y is equal to 2x by 4 minus 5 by 4. Therefore, y is equal to x by 2 minus 5 by 4. This implies the slope of the first line is 1 by 2. Shazia, where you went wrong? Simplification. Sachin, you also went wrong in simplification. Got it? Joy, you got it now? Sandra? Okay, let's find the slope of the second line, everyone. So the formula is y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. Or you write it as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Whatever you write is correct. Okay. So y1 minus y2. Let me take this as x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. y1 minus y2 is what? 3 minus, is it b or 6? B, right? Yeah. And x1 minus x2 is what? Minus 2 minus 4. Right? Minus 2 minus 4. So children, 3 minus b divided by minus 2 minus 4 is what? Minus 6. Now you know they both are what? Perpendicular to each other. So when both the lines are perpendicular to each other, m1 dot m2 is equal to what? Minus 1. Right? m1 is what? Is 1 by 2 into m2 is what? 3 minus b divided by minus 6, which is equal to minus 1. Be a little careful when you are dealing with negative signs. Okay, 1 into 3 minus b will be 3 minus b itself divided by 2 into minus 6 is what? Minus 12, which is equal to minus 1. So 3 minus b is equal to minus 12 into minus 1 is what? It's positive 12. You take minus b to the right hand side and take 12 to the left hand side. So minus b goes to the right, it becomes positive b. 12 comes to the left, it becomes minus 12. 3 minus 12 is what? Minus 9. The answer is minus 9. Easy? Got? Alvin, got it now? Okay. Take a short break, children. Bye. Same thing. Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. You won't get the, you must be getting b minus 3 upon 6. Check it. Isn't it? So it's correct. You want me to do it? See this. M2 is equal to y2 minus. Wait a minute. 4 minus minus 2. I think it should be b minus 3 upon 6. Did you get this? Yeah. So you made a mistake in multiplication. Okay. Just rectify it. Caitlin by 45, 7:45. Afnan, now did you get it? Afnan, did you get it? Why everyone's camera is off? Oh, I gave a break. Sorry.